Yes, good afternoon, my dear friends, my followers. I'm back here to interact with you this afternoon. So let's see what's happening. Okay, yes, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Yes, I would like to take your questions. We are live on Facebook, on Instagram, and on Space. So the Space is yet to connect, but internet permitting, we should be live on Space as well in a moment. Oh, thank you so much. So I can take your questions and then I will answer to the best of my knowledge and objectivity. Anybody who knows me knows that I try to be reasonably objective. Why is Space not connecting? What happened to the internet? Okay, so Facebook, Instagram, if you have any questions, please type them out now. I am very happy to join you this evening on matters arising. So any question you want to ask, please go ahead and ask. Thank you, Tyrese. Thank you so much. Good evening, and how are you? So please fire your questions. I don't know why Space is not connecting. Let me check the internet. Well, I don't know what's between Peter Obi and Reno Omokiri. Once upon a time, they were good friends, and so that's all I can say, but I don't know what's between them. I've spoken to him a couple of times, asking him to leave Obi alone, because the more you speak about a man, the more you make that man popular. That is my opinion. So even during the campaigns, I called him a few times because he's my brother and he's someone that I really love. But we all have our individual strategies in life. So talking about Peter Obi every day worried me and still worries me. And that's why a few days ago I wrote about it when he dragged Peter Obi into. I begged him, and he will tell me, Egbondele, am I worried? But I don't know what's between them, so I don't want to. I don't want to get involved in it. So. Good evening, Gabriel Olawale Adeniji. Please give me 1 second. Okay. Okay. I think we're now live on Space as well. So let's take your questions. Why did Mesuma well, I don't know. A lot of people have asked me that question. If I tell you I know, I'll be lying to you. I don't know. You know, the media, even in America, show open bias. You know that Fox News is more pro Donald Trump, while internet problem. I may have to log out of Instagram and come back immediately because I don't know why it's frozen. Let's see. Okay, it's back. Okay, so yes, fire your questions. If the Nigerian media is not making a lot of noise, you have to understand the nature of Nigeria, where we take everything personal. There are people who will call me, Dele, oh, Tinubu is your friend, you must defend him, you must do this, you must do that. I say, yes, he's my friend, he's my big brother. But the day I signed to work for Atiku, that's it. I've waived that right to protect my friends. I cannot serve two people at the same time. I accepted Atiku's appointment to be his director of strategic communications. So how would you feel? Someone called me yesterday, a very, very highly placed Yoruba man called me yesterday, and he was saying, Dele, you guys must protect Tinubu, you must defend Tinubu. I said, yes, I would love to. But like I read one interview or something with former governor Babatunde Raji Fashola many years ago. He said, may your loyalty not be tested. When your loyalty is tested, you must take a position. And now it is no longer about Atiku, it's about Nigeria. It's about Nigeria. So that's it. Anybody who knows me knows I'm a very careful, very reasonable, and I try to maintain my principle. It's a question of principle. There is no way I will sign an agreement with Atiku to work as Director of Strategic Communications, and I will not start working. I'm not that kind of person. Some people can do it, I can't. So that's just it. People have called me, they will call my wife, they will call this, they will call, we like to put pressure, and what I cannot defend, I can't defend. I'm not going to waste my own principle just because I want to defend everybody. That's not who I am. Where I can defend him, I've defended him. Where I can do things for him, I've done it. I've done it. So, but in this matter, it's not about Atiku, it's now a matter for all Nigerians. And any Nigerian who cannot stand up to be counted is a bloody hypocrite. Anybody who cannot stand up now and say, because we all criticized others in the past. We criticized Obasanjo, we criticized Yaradua, we criticized Jonathan, we criticized Buhari. So because the person who is there now is my friend, then I should keep mute. Then it means that all along I've been a bloody hypocrite, and that is unacceptable. Those who can do it, I have nothing against them. I have nothing whatsoever against them. It's a matter of choice. Nothing against them. Anybody who knows me knows that I give everybody a right to fair hearing. So it is nothing personal. And like I said, this, even Alhaji Atiku Abubakar will tell you that this is not about him. It's about the fundamental principles of democracy. What Atiku has done is to rise up at such an occasion as this as a statesman. And anybody who does not appreciate that then is an enemy of Nigeria. It's not about Atiku. I've been seeing all kinds of things flying left, right, and center. Some people said Chicago State University said Tinubu attended their university. Of course, what's wrong with that? Atiku didn't go to Chicago State University to go and argue whether Tinubu attended or not. He went there to say, this document that my friend Tinubu submitted to INEC, can you recognize it and can you authenticate it as? And they said no. So it's a simple thing. All this thing, someone sent me, where is the phone? Someone sent me a transcript from the APC guys that they are circulating. That one is none of my business. This is it. They are circulating that this man, the Oyibo man in that picture, confirmed that Tinubu attended their university. Anybody who is still wasting his time promoting this is a time waster. It's a time waster. So there is just a minute, please. I have to. Hello, my bro. I'm live on social media right now, Instagram and Facebook. I will have to call you back, please. I'm live. Okay, Oshe. Yeah. So anybody who is still talking about, he attended Chicago State, they should bring out where Atiku said that was his headache. You cannot worry about where anybody attended when you are not the one that paid the school fees. What Atiku went for at CSU is very simple. To prove that this document submitted to INEC was forged. It is fake. And there is no controversy about it that that document is not an original. And let me now say something. A lot of people think Media and PR are the same. No, they are different. A PR person will understand that sometimes you have to come clean. If I were in Tinubu's shoes, trust me, he had enough time between 2007 when he left as governor and now, if he knew he wanted to be president, to clean up all these things. Even to say, oh, once upon a time, this was my name, this was my father, this was my mother, but later in life, God blessed me, and so I was adopted by some good Samaritans who brought me up. We all went through all that at different times. That's PR. In fact, people love grass to gray stories. But when you are surrounded by people who tell you lies for money, we know them. We have all worked together in the past. We know them very well. They will abuse him behind him. I will challenge them to say that they will abuse him behind him and then still go to him to go and make money. That's why when people say, oh, why you know? I say, they don't know why. I can't be in a company of people who are just there to deceive a leader. And when trouble comes, they will be the first to run away. They should have told him that all these things, all these discrepancies, we can try to clean it up. The Nigerian law does not say you must have a university degree. So why are you worrying yourself about getting a university certificate? The Nigerian law says all you need is up to school certificate. If I were in his shoes, if I didn't have any genuine school leaving certificate, I will go back to school and do it. Nobody will kill you for that. I will go back to school. People were attacking my friend, the mother Deleke, this, that. The man went back to school to prove his cynics wrong. In life is not always 1 + 1. It is not a crime not to go to school. It is not a crime not to go to school. It's not a crime. A lot of the billionaires in the world crashed out of school. There is no law against it. But in a situation where you cannot own up to your deficiencies, you cannot own up to your past and your background, this kind of problem. And because you've been getting away with it almost for eternity, you should know that one day trouble will come and people will begin to say all sorts. So my advice all along was that, look, if you knew you wanted to be president, then you should have prepared well for this thing. You should know that what you can get away with in Lagos, you cannot be able to get away with nationally. But all these noisemakers around, hey, you are this, on your mandate, we stand on your something, they will deceive you to take money. And behind you, right behind you, they will abuse you. I tell everybody who cares to listen, 95% of my friends are in APC, and we interact a lot. And I know how they feel about these things. I pity them because a lot of them are very fantastic human beings. But unfortunately, there are a few of them and who are so powerful and power drunk that they will always lie to leaders. I've worked with leaders most of my life without ever being in government, and I see them tell lies. And the leader falls for it. Everybody likes their ego being massaged. Who doesn't like his ego being massaged? So most people like their ego being massaged. And that's what has led to all this. So for them now to be running around, a lawyer who took the same man to court, who went and said he should be impeached, the same lawyer today is the one going up and down telling Atiku to go and apologize to Tinubu. I mean, I wonder how shameless people can be. And my Egbon will still keep such a person around him. Anybody who can do that, don't you think that such a person it's not good for your well-being. A leader must have someone who can look you straight in the eye and say, uncle, this thing, no, they don't do it like this, or we shouldn't do it like this. It is sad. But those are the people that the leaders keep around. So, I don't know. Anyway, so if there is any other question, please, let's fire on. I feel so sad for my country. I'm getting messages from everywhere. What is going on? They are saying your president forged a certificate. Something that is totally avoidable. We can't even compare a president of a country to a girl, a young girl who they said forged that result. You can't compare. She's not a public figure. The president of a nation cannot, it is the law. The girl has no problem whatsoever. They can penalize her for everything, but they cannot penalize her the way they will penalize a governor. People have lost governorship, people have lost, speakership of the House of Reps because of forgery. So it's nothing new. It's nothing new. But this, what can anybody do? Who are they? We are in charge. People will deceive you. They will tell you lies. At the end of the day, you will carry the burden alone. In 1999, around that time, when Tinubu was going to be impeached, where Galifa was harassing him, I know what some of the characters around him today, what they told us. I called one of them from London that time. I said, hey, what's going to happen to our Ghana? Look, we brought our integrity into this government. We want to take it out, neatly. We don't want anything to tarnish our image. Some of those characters are with Tinubu today. They panicked. We were even the ones trying to find out, okay, what can be done, It's a shame. If they will own up to themselves, they will know that they brought this calamity on Oga. Because they could never tell him the truth. When we sit down amongst ourselves, we say, the moment you tell Oga the truth, they will block you. We can't do that. You can't do that to a man that you love. Tinubu knows if I was working for him, I'll be one of the people going around looking for money for him, for his campaign. But rather, a parasite will sit down and be looking for how to take money from the leader. He knows I will go all over the world to get money for him, as long as I am convinced that we have kept those records straight. There is nothing wrong with not going to university. There is nothing wrong if you choose not to. But what the law of the land says is that you need minimum up to. I'm not even sure the law says you must pass school start, but it said up to school start level. So I assume that means you must have a school leaving certificate. That's all. And look at something that we would have kept within. We have now internationalized it. This humiliation and disgrace now is international. This is something that if we had limited ourselves to Nigeria, it would never have gone beyond Nigeria, and they could have maneuvered with good PR guys around. They would have polished it. They would have explained it. The man would have come out to apologize. I am sorry as a young man. I made mistakes. There's nobody who has ever made mistake in his life. I made a mistake, but now I've atoned for it. I have done this, and I promise that moving forward, I will be a positive role model for other Nigerians. There is a way you pack. Even people will be crying watching you on television. But for as long as they continue this gra-gra, as long as they continue to dig deeper and deeper, this problem will not go away. If people think, oh, there is nothing, Supreme Court cannot do anything, he's president, nobody can remove him, no president has ever been removed in Nigeria. That is what they call statistics. And that is, there is always a first time, there is a second time. So maybe this will be the first time. So we'll leave it to the justices of the Supreme Court to determine. And there is no way you can defend it. And all our social critics who used to attack other people, who used to demonstrate on the streets, suddenly, everybody is silent. It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. At the end of this one, I don't think a lot of people will be able to talk about anything again. Well, it's not fair on us to criticize every other government, and because our friend is in government, then we cannot talk about him. It's not fair. They should go in. Look, today, if I am in Tinubu's shoes, people will say it's because you are not in his shoes. Wallahi, I will resign as honorably as possible. Someone told me today, say, there is nothing honorable in resigning at this stage. I said, no, there is nothing Nigerians will not forgive. People will applaud you, people will beg you. As bad as Donald Trump was with lack of decorum, there are people who are still dying for him today. There are people who want him today. So it's how you market yourself. But they will never tell you the truth. Today, if you say, well, I'm sorry, I didn't know it was going to come to this, and I've decided that I don't want to plunge my country into any form of chaos. I don't want, this kind of infamy, against my country. And as a patriotic citizen of Nigeria, I resign humbly, and I wish whoever takes over from me the best of luck. That will be it. It's a simple thing. But no, they will tell him, you can't do it. Those people, Tinubu has only to benefit from that presidency. He's suffering. Anybody who knows how difficult it is to run a country, we know that it is serious pain. And it's not getting any younger. So it's serious pain. It's those who are enjoying power on his behalf who will be goading him on and telling him that you cannot resign. So what do? Everybody who is making money does not want the person. So you are the victim, but you won't know it. They will tell you, hey, Babake, there is no human being like you. So anyway, shall be well. If you have other questions, please. Oh yeah, of course, Mr. Johnny Weze, the psychophant. They will tell you not to really happen. I'm a senior advocate of Nigeria. It's unbelievable. It's unfortunate. Now they are resorting to forging articles and putting words into. Yesterday, something that was written by Senator Shehu Sani, they put my name on top of it. Ali Baba sent it to me in the middle of the night. But this morning, that did I write this? They had a bet, 100,000 naira. Ali Baba said Bobby would never write this, and Bobby does not write like this, and Bobby does not think like this. It's good for people to know your principle. He won the bet, 100,000. Because he knows me. He knows that, look, if I'm working for Tinubu, no Jupiter can come and drag me to go and work for Atiku. If I'm working for Atiku, there is nobody on this planet who can drag me to go and work for Tinubu. That's me. I can't. It's a matter of personal principle. We all need money. It's easier for me to go and work for a Tinubu if it's for money. But at my age 63 plus, what do I need? I just had my amala and okra and fish. That's all. How much is it? I won't sleep in more than one room. Even that one room is one corner of the bed. Your wife is in the middle somewhere, if she's around. That's all. What more can you do? What more do you need? My mom, I was born poor in Ile-Ife in 1960. My father died when I was only 13 years old. My mother was a stark illiterate. I like to describe her because I'm very proud of her. But she knew the value of education. My mom was intelligent. My mom was brilliant. It's just that in those days, in the family, they sent only the male children to school. And so my mom was deprived of going to school. There is nothing to be ashamed of. I'm so proud of her. From the age of 13, my mom single-handedly brought me up, sent me through schools. I did school serve 3 times. I want to use my life as that shining example of the possibilities of God. I wanted to be a teacher, marry a teacher, and live happily thereafter. I never knew in my life I would be where I am today. So, there is nothing happening that has not happened to other people before. I got to Lagos at the age of 28. I didn't have where to stay in Lagos. In 1988, nowhere to stay. I started with my friend Bimbo Ajiboye and his wife Fumi. We first lived in somewhere around the Butemeta. From Butemeta, we moved to Ebimpejo, around Obaniko, where everybody knows Lagos very well. We know what I'm talking about. From there, I moved to Shegun Adibeson and his wife, Fumi Mama. So from Shegun and Funke Adibeson's home in Anthony Village, Shegun was working for Ganifa Emir at the time. This was where I got radicalized and became very close to Ganifa Emir. And I realized the importance of principle. So I moved from there. Simeo is quarter. I was quartered, nowhere to live. So, and my friends were the ones taking care of me. Then I moved to my friend, Biodu Obishakin's house. He passed on just about in the last 2 months. May so rest in peace. He was living behind Tunde Dibasco Motors in Anthony Village and around the Onigbongbo, which is very, very incredible wife. Folake, God will be with you and the children. I will continue to treasure and value what you did for me, because without all these friends, I don't know what I would have become in life. So there is nothing wrong with it if you have a life of poverty, for as long as God wakes everything up in your life. I consider myself a child of destiny, a child of diversity. That's why I can never hate anybody. When people say, oh, you must hate Tinubu, how can I hate a man who has not offended me? The only difference is that I cannot serve 2 masters at once. Maybe some people know how to do it. I cannot serve 2 masters. Atiku Abubakar is the man I signed for. My party is PDP. And why was my party PDP? Because I saw the recklessness of the APC under Buhari. I saw the incredible hardship that our people faced. I saw the terrorism. I saw the kidnappings. I saw all manner of debilitating problems and challenges that Nigerians faced. And I said, Umba. APC does not deserve to come back to power. So I joined PDP. At that time, Peter Obi was still in PDP. We both bought forms to contest on the platform of PDP. He left. And then people say, oh, I should follow Peter Obi. I remember in those days, we all used to fight. They said no structure. I was talking about my personal experience in Labour Party. That Labour did not have what it took to deliver on the presidency. That I leave to history. So people say, oh, I should move. I said, no, I'm not a robot. How can I join PDP and suddenly move again out of PDP? That's not me. Peter Obi and I remain friends. We remain brothers. You all saw him at my birthday on May 16 in London, just, recently. And you can see the camaraderie between us. So people, anybody who knows me knows it's nothing personal. And I'm repeating it here. I have nothing personal against Tinubu, but I cannot work for him because I'm already working for Atiku. So yesterday, some nonsensical people wrote, Dele Momodu throws in the towel. To who? For who? Asiwaju knows me very well that if there is one person who will dump his party to come and join him, it's not Dele Momodu. It is not Dele Momodu. Ernest, please. Can you please go on my bed? And there is a book I brought just today. Yes, please bring me the book. Those who know me know I play my role in politics. It has not. They say, oh, it's because they didn't make you this. Anybody wants to be anything will first of all go and join that party. I've been in opposition. My adult years, I've been in opposition. This is my first mainstream politics. Even when Abiola was contesting, I was supporting him as my adopted father. It had nothing to do with SDP or anything. I had friends everywhere. One of my closest friends, Unduka Baigbena, was in NRC. I was working for SDP. The car I bought for me was what I was using to campaign for MKO Abiola. That's the way we roll. It's nothing personal. And people are saying I must. Thank you, Ernest. Thank you. Look at the book I'm reading right now. This is a book by Baba Konde. This is someone I will call a godfather to Tinubu. Okay? My best friend, Prince Adida Moladiremi, and myself, I knew all our contributions to their party when they started in Osun State. I never went there to ask for anything. I was only supporting my friend, Damola. So people who don't know our history, let me see if I can find it. It is where is it? Okay. He was talking about his experience as the governor of Osun State and events leading to that time. While Dele Momodu, a renowned journalist, Baba Konde's writing now, was aiding Damola Aderemi to pressurize me for the deputy governorship slot, I must confess, in the secret of my mind, I was always impressed by Dele Momodu's decorum and preferred to nominate Damola Aderemi, his friend. I personally admired Prince Damola Aderemi. He was a brilliant law teacher and a grandson of Obadesoji Aderemi, the late Ooni of Ife. Damola was also married to one of Chief Obafemi Awolowo's granddaughters. Unfortunately, Damola was not used to Ife politics and could not secure any support from the then leadership of AD in Ife division. So, you can see, we were just selfless people doing our thing. And when they didn't give my friend the deputy governorship slot, we didn't mind. We still continued to support Baba. I have tremendous. I was shocked to see my name. I'm even shocked that he remembers. After about 24 years, he still remembers the role that we played. He wrote copiously about his interactions with Amola Aderemi, with Iyola Omisore, with Niyi Owolade, and the rest of us. So, as I was saying, anybody who knows me, so you can imagine this fat book by Baba, our iconic Baba, who is, in fact, is probably the most loyal, the most reliable, the most dependable person to Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. He knows me, he knows my position. I met him on a flight one day to Ghana, and we spoke at length, and I told him my mind. But anybody who knows me knows that, yes, I love people. But like Chief MK Abela used to tell us, he said, the Bible says, love your neighbor as yourself, not more than yourself. So I cannot love Tinubu more than myself or more than my country, especially my country. I can even afford to love him more than myself. I don't mind. I've done many things for him that he is not even aware of, and one day he will be aware of it. The natural love that I have for him. But when it comes to nation building, we must all rise above the pettiness of ethnicity, religion, and pecuniary gains. That is my position. So if there are no questions, I will soon retire. Obi and Atiku, I cannot repeat what you wrote, but I heard you. Thank you. In 2027, which document will he present for INEC? Have we settled this one first? Is this idea, an average Nigerian, I tell my friends, I said, I pity our country. Most Nigerians believe, nothing will happen. Supreme Court cannot touch it. I say, why not? But they've touched governors before. So why can't they touch a president and make a name for them? Especially in the face of incontrovertible evidence that there is forgery, there is all kinds of things. It's just one now that Atiku is pursuing. Just one. Is that certificate forgery? One. They didn't say he did not go to school. They said this document is not genuine. That's all. There's a difference between, it's like you travel abroad. Okay? And then when you went abroad, you used a fake passport. Fortunately for you, the immigration official or whatever was negligent. Maybe he didn't see it, or he saw it, and a miracle happened in your life, and you entered the country. And then later, one day, they arrest you, and they say, okay, we need your identity, you bring out your passport, and then they discover there's a fake passport. And then they deport you. And then people start crying, but he has already entered now. That's what people are saying. That's the justification people are getting. He's already president. Let Atiku move on. Is it about Atiku moving on? It's a simple common sense. A friend and brother of mine a few days ago was telling me he has a master's degree in law. I said, I don't have a master's degree in law, but I have common sense. I don't have any master's degree in any law. It's, it's just unfortunate. It's just unfortunate. Just unfortunate. Just a minute, please. Nobody can know how sad I am. Why would I want my friend and brother to go through this? I'm not a callous person. No. I'm not callous. I cannot wish it even on my enemy. But what it is what it is. Once you are a public figure and you have to swear on oath, you cannot No, you cannot. If you are a private citizen and they told me he forged certificate, I will never get involved. If you are a private citizen, there is no way I will get involved. Never, I won't get involved. But to be president of a nation, to whom much is given, much is expected. That's the way they say it. So, I pray that God would help all of us. Sorry, I need to make a quick call, please. Hello?
Yes, please.
Yes, how are you, madam? Please, when do we have to issue the ticket? I don't want to lose it all.
It can go on Saturday anytime when the travel is.
I know that's not soon, no, that's over a week. Oh. Aha, so if he goes, you are the one that will pay. Oh. So please, Yes, I'm looking at it sometime tomorrow. Sometime tomorrow, I'm trying to find you the money so we can pay for it. Please.
I'll be on my team.
I beg you, if you won't sleep, don't sleep so that it won't go. Okay. Thank you. Okay, bye-bye. Thank you, bye. Sorry, my dear friends, I just remember I had to call my travel agent so that I don't lose my ticket or it becomes too expensive. Already it's too expensive. I'm still looking for money to pay for that. If I lose it, then they will ask me to go and bring my mother and grandmother from their graves to be able to pay. So sorry, I had to quickly give her a call before they close their office. Okay. What's holding Mazin Nnamdi Kanu? Even me, I don't know. I thought we were in a democracy. We suffered under the military. Bola Tinubu, all of us, we suffered. And today, it is sad that some people can still be kept indefinitely without trial. For me, you can't just keep people in prison. It's man's inhumanity to man. I've spoken about Bauer of EFCC many times. I don't know him. I've never met him in my life. I don't know what he did or what he did not do. But if he did anything, yeah, put him on trial. But don't just keep him in prison. When the hunter becomes the hunted, it is bad for a country. Same thing with Godwin Emefiele. Everybody who knows that I criticized Godwin throughout last year. Around February last year, I told him to go and resign when he dabbled into politics, that you cannot be governor of Central Bank and you are stealing. I'm a very objective person. The man refused, and now today they are messing him up. But despite that, I will never support those who are messing him up, because this kangarooism must stop. We complained about it. We spoke about democracy. So if Tinubu is in government and the same thing is still continued, then there is no hope for Nigeria. Because when he too, because he must leave power one day, when he leaves power, then people will start harassing his own people too. So, and that's the comfort for me many times when leaders are doing these things. Before their very eyes, see what's happening to the Buhari boys now. Emefiele was one of them. There is nothing Emefiele did that Buhari would not have approved at one time or the other. The fact the man expressed vote of confidence in Godwin Emefiele, that's why they gave him a second term. They were not going to give him a second term. People didn't want him to have a second term. Well, he got it because he was Buhari's boy. So how can you then pick on Emefiele and you will not go and ask Buhari, come and tell us what you know about your boy? You know, so, but that's Nigeria for you. People behave in power as if they will never leave power. And whether you like it or not, one day you will leave power. And then your own people too will be exposed to the same vindictiveness. So that's why any serious leader must make sure that you put a stop to it. That chain of impunity. Stop it. Stop it so that when tomorrow comes, your own children, your own wives, your own family, your own cronies, nobody will ill-treat them. People don't understand that principle. It is well. But they should be reminded always. Leaders must be reminded that whatever you sow today, you will reap tomorrow. So if you keep Kanu because you hate him or you hate his policy or his principle, no, anybody can be troublesome. But Kanu definitely is not worse than a lot of the terrorists who were pardoned and they were even, assimilated into the Nigerian military. They were rehabilitated. So that's one of the things I will always appreciate about the late President Umaru Musa Yar'Adua. A man, the amnesty program, the man did extremely well. He realized that, look, it is not everybody who wants to be a criminal in a society. There are times circumstances beyond your control can lead you to become a criminal. So, and he made sure that the amnesty program worked so well, and this guy started doing very well. But if you keep a man indefinitely in prison, and then when you leave, you pass him on to the next. This guy is a Nigerian citizen, for Christ's sake. There are people who can talk to him, and he will listen. There are people who talk to him. Look at the number of lives wasted in Southeast Nigeria. And yet you think you can achieve something under an atmosphere of force? No. No matter what you sow today, you reap tomorrow. It's a law of karma, so you can't do it. If I have power, from May 29, all political prisoners freed. We can free them with conditions. There is no reason why Omoyele should not be able to travel in and out of Nigeria. Omoyele has never carried a weapon to kill anybody. Never. All he does is to talk and demonstrate. So how does that warrant that you tie him down like a dog and say he can't move? But and these are our own friends now. And they are not doing anything different from all those people we used to abuse. In fact, it is even worse. How can Omoyele be kept in one place? He has a business to run. If not for God and for his own ingenuity, by now, he and his family will be in penury. So I'm talking seriously because there must be basic principles that must be respected, the tenets of democracy. It's all about freedom. The fact that you hate a man, you don't like him, does not mean that you should treat him, unjustly. Once we respect the rights of man, the title of a book by Thomas Paine, I read that book years ago. The rights of man. You must respect the rights of man. You must respect the dignity of man. Don't abuse power because one day people look at Mr. Bongo, who was deposed recently in Gabon, the son of Omar Bongo. Look at him. He did a broadcast begging people, begging them, please help me make noise. People were teasing him. Make the noise yourself. I actually pitied him. I don't like to see a man fall from grace to grass. I want to see man rise from glory to glory. But he never dreamt of a day such as that when he will be helpless, he will be in his bunker and he cannot even move. People forget. Every leader that gets to power believes that he's untouchable, he is God. No. The time has come for us to advise ourselves that we must stop this impunity, this man's inhumanity to man. Anyway, when tomorrow comes, fortunately these things will be on record permanently. Someone should go and watch it, and you will see that I want that whatever you do to others today, tomorrow, others will also do it to you. That's all. Okay, so Facebook, let's see you. It is well. Thank you, Ivana. Thank you so much. Anytime we think Nigeria is about to get out of this mess, something worse happens. I don't know why. I don't know why. You don't have to take Dele Momodu seriously. I'm not speaking to you. I don't even know of you. So I'm just saying my own principle. You don't have to take me seriously. Why are you then sitting on my page if you don't take me seriously? It's because you are enjoying what I am saying on you, or it is hurting you. So if it is hurting you, you can please just go and have a cool drink and relax. It's evening time, okay? If I were you, I won't waste my time. If I don't like a particular person who is talking to me, I won't be on this page. It's as simple as ABC. Okay, some questions here, I guess. Please, if you are seeing me, I don't know what's happening. If you are seeing me on Instagram, please give me thumbs up, please. If you can see and hear me on Instagram and on Facebook, please let me see your thumbs up, please. Please. Nigerians don't like the truth. Well, human beings generally don't like the truth. It's not just Nigerians. We don't like it when you speak the truth, but I will continue to speak the truth. And when tomorrow comes, last year, come and see how Mefele's people descended on me on social media, attacking, abusing, and all that. It didn't bother me. Today, am I not the one now fighting that they should release him? Such is life. Oladele Ogunlana. Yeah. How are you? That's one of the finest gentlemen I know. Fine gentleman. Well done. Oh, thank you. I didn't know we had so many people listening quietly. Thank you. Wow, thank you. I just love you guys, you know. Those who don't want to hear the truth, they have no business coming here to disturb us, you know. So, oh yeah, thank you. Oh, thank you. Who is this? Ichi Gozie. Hi, Chi Gozie. How are you? You have an energy generating from your greatness, and there will continue to be a flash of positivity on you, on your courageous face. Oh, thank you so much. Sometimes I feel frustrated, trust me. If you are talking about Nigeria, I should be living in my comfort zone. I can afford to live anywhere on this planet, leave Nigeria, and then say, hey, goodbye. But I want to live in Nigeria. I love Nigeria. That is the country of my birth. That's the country of possibilities. I know that Nigerians are among the greatest human beings on earth because God endowed us with natural brain, natural intellect, everything. But a few people, out of their personal greed, will just mess everybody up. When I bring Nicola Abiola again, okay, I'll ask him if he has the time. That's my brother. That's my brother. Why did I not advise Tinubu to advise a big man? The last time I spoke to him, I went to see him about 3 or 4 years ago. And we spoke about this presidential thing privately, and I know what he told me at that time. I suspected he wanted it, but I think maybe he was still ruminating over it. So, anyway, unfortunately, I left for PDP, and I'm happy I left for PDP because I don't see how I can defend some of the things that are happening now. So the sycophants who are ready to do it for whatever reason, they are welcome. But I won't be a part of it, that's all. That's all. Yes, so Oladelemi. Queen Nana, how are you? The Queen of Abuja. What's my advice to the youth of Nigeria? Is work very hard so that your life will not depend on any government. That's all. Work very, very hard. Now, the new trend is everybody wants an appointment, and so they abuse you. It's because they didn't give you an appointment. If I wanted an appointment, I would have had it 30 years ago, but I wanted to build my name. Everywhere I go, people stop me today, and they tell me something. Oh, so yeah, I met you at so place. So yeah, I met you, and oh, you did this for me, you did this for my brother, you did this for my sister, even things I don't remember. I went to Sheraton about 2 Sundays ago to have my breakfast in Lagos, and this man came, their food and beverage manager. He introduced himself. I couldn't remember him. He said, I used to work at Excellence Hotel where you used to live. I had a permanent suite at Excellence Hotel for 10 years when I came back from exile. I didn't have a house. I didn't have anything, and at that time, the management, hotel support services, fantastic human being. So, Koka, Olu, Poroku, Efunkoya, 3 of them, 3 friends, fantastic human beings. I will never forget them. They said, no, you don't have to worry. Just come. We'll give you a suite. Put all your things there. 10 years, I was in that hotel. I didn't pay a dime. And this man was working there too in their restaurant. He said, he used to make me the best steak. I love steak, by the way. So he said he used to make me the best steak, and that one day I gave him big money. On another occasion, he was getting married. I gave him big money for his wedding. I can't remember any of these things. You won't believe it. This is something that happened maybe over 20 years ago. So that is life for me. And it doesn't matter to me where you come from. You are, Madam Bosse, Grace Hair World, how are you? Wow. So, for 10 years, they gave me the hotel. Look, I have a friend called Rotimi Obe. Rotimi Obe is the second son of Chief Commander Ebenezer Obe. In fact, he just called me from the US. He's in America. He tells me every time, he said, Dele, you are the first person to let me know that God can be partial. I say, God is partial to you. What have you done to God that God is so partial to you? I said, no. It's just contentment. When I have money, I am happy. And I will give the little. I don't have much, but the little. You knew the time I used to distribute 5,000 naira on this place, and my friends started contributing more, so I could give to more people. We gave to thousands of people, 5,000 naira during the COVID, And when I don't have money, do you know the way I look at it spiritually? That God wants me to slow down. Because when you have money, that's when you start gallivanting, and you don't know what will happen to you in the process. But That's the way God has brought me up. I went through hell in my life. But when people see me today, they think I'm an Ajebota. This English I speak, I have to be looking at the mouth of my Ajebota friends when they are talking. And when I used to say three, and then I started hearing that these people say three. How do they say it? So I realized I have to also stick out my tongue. Three, thorough. Okay? I studied Yoruba for my first degree. Can you believe that? When my mates were studying law, medicine, pharmacy, architecture, I studied Yoruba. Even my mother had to ask me one day, Dele, is that how dull you are, or what is wrong with you that you'll be going to university to go and study Yoruba? You know, but I studied it proudly, and later I became the first Nigerian ever to have a first degree in Yoruba and a master's degree in literature in English. That is who I am. Anybody wants to tease me and make fun of me, so be it. After my father died in 1973, I was 13. We were chased out of our house where we were living. We had nowhere to live. We had to go and live with our cousins in Modakeke, the Oyemades. I mean, there's nothing to be afraid of in life. Just say it. I was a village teacher. You see me today, you think I'm a Jebota. Far, oh, I'm not. I went to teach in a remote village. We used to jump on cocoa tractors. You have to go 5 a.m. in the morning. You are going on rough road. In Ife, you are going in the bush. After that, before that, I was an errand boy in the bookshop, CSS bookshops in Ife, very close to the palace. You know, so in life, it's what you make out of your life. I see so many kids wasting away on social media, fighting on behalf of politicians. When they meet tomorrow, everybody, they will hug themselves. Every day, they are abusing their fathers and grandfathers' mates on social media on behalf of politicians. What do they give you? 10,000, 20,000. Me, I would rather go and wash the floor, wash the toilet, than come on social media to be abusing people. And these same boys, so when they meet you, they say, I was the one harassing you the other day on Twitter, and please unblock me. I said, you must have been nasty, because I don't just block people. Bob D. Tinubu. Yes, we were once together in exile. There is nothing wrong with that. But today, I am in PDP, he is in APC. And APC has messed Nigeria up so thoroughly, and I cannot justify it. So be it. So me, I'm not the type of person who will say, because they've declared Tinubu as president, I should jump, and not me. You will wait tire of me. No. I see people who are stylishly trying to look for jobs, trying to look for things from Tinubu. No. Oh, Tokunbo Fikuyomi. That's a hardcore Tinubu man, but he's one of my best friends. You will not count 3 people in this life, and Tokunbo will not be there. Okay? I still spoke to him 2 nights ago. We speak all the time. Tokunbo, but that's my man. But on this Tinubu thing, no, we're not together. We're not together. I should tell you where the story changed. Well, I don't know if you were online when I started speaking and when I was talking about coming to Lagos and squatting with 3 different friends and their wives and all that. I don't know if you listened to that. You know, I started when I couldn't get a job. I wanted to be a lecturer and I couldn't get a job. By the way, I was a pioneer Jambite. We were the first set of Jambites in 1978, you know. So I finished in 82. I went for my national service at the Oyo State College of Arts and Science in Ile-Ife. I was teaching A-level Yoruba and also teaching A-level literature in English part-time. So after that, I got a job with the then Deputy Governor of Ondo State, Chief Akemobulewo, and I was staying with him between Ijeru-Ekiti and Akure. Then suddenly, after the massive rigging of MPN in 1983, there was the Buhari coup. And that's why it shocks me that Nigerians have learned no lessons. So there was a coup, and my boss, Chief Omobulewo, was one of those who were, in fact, virtually all politicians in Nigeria were jailed by the same Buhari, who came and people were stealing left, right, and center, and he couldn't do anything about it, So he threw them in prison, and I used to travel every morning from Ijeru-Ekiti. I would go to see him in our prison. He was kept in our prison. That was my baptism of fire. I started meeting, politicians, and thereafter, I went to work for the Oni of Ife, Oba Okwadeshiju Ade Olubuse II. I worked for him at Motel Royal Limited, first as the PRO for the hotel, and then later as the acting manager. So I was managing the hotel for him. That was where I had my biggest exposure, and I knew how to interact and network, because he must have been one of the greatest networkers on earth. Baba, Olubuse Ogun Ebitikimo Piri, Osumole Sumeni, Olubuse Alakete Ogun, Dakunlabo Mokamilo Ogun Jen Putika Mi. That's the Oriki. I don't know anybody who knows the Yoruba Oriki. So I worked for Baba, and from there I went back for my master's degree in English literature, or you can call it literature in English, whichever you prefer. So I did that for 2 years, from 1986 to 1988. And when I finished that, I needed a job very desperately. I couldn't get a job. So from around 1986, my best friend, Prince Damola Doremi, suggested that I should start writing in the newspaper. So I was writing for The Guardian. They were paying me 25 naira per article. I would wait to publish 4, and I would travel from Ife to Lagos to go and collect 100 naira. You won't believe it. It used to cost about 20 naira in total to go and come back, 10,000 each way. So, but by the time I finished my master's degree, I was getting desperate. My mom was getting old, my poor, unlettered woman, and I was feeling guilty that I was becoming a liability. Even my mom was beginning to think that maybe the principality, the witches and wizards were after my life. Otherwise, how come of all my friends, I was the only jobless one? I didn't have any job, So we prayed. So then one day, the late Onuka Badino Yojo came to Ife to cover the Olojo Festival. There was an Olojo Festival just 2 days ago in Ife. So it was during that festival. Onuka stayed in the Onis Hotel, the Motel Royal on Ede Road, and I was the manager. So he came. That was how we became friends, and he was one of the best writers in The Guardian. I used to read him religiously, and he fascinated me a lot. So when he was going back, I gave him an article to publish for me in Lagos, and that was how my name appeared in The Guardian newspaper, and I started writing for The Guardian. Oh my God. Then there was the role of Dr. Oyemi Ogubiyi. So the first article I published was in the African Guardian magazine. Myself and a friend of mine, Kwesi Sampson, an extremely popular guy in Ife at the time. His mom was working on campus. So we jointly wrote that article on the Olojo Festival, and it was published by the African Guardian magazine. We were so elated. Then thereafter, Dr. Yemi Ogunbi, I gave my article. I was responding to Mr. Odia Ofemu, the former personal secretary to Chief Obafemi Awolowo, a fantastic poet, a reputable poet. I salute his greatness. So he wrote an article about the Kenyan author Ngugi wa Thiong'o, who said he was no longer writing in English, he was now writing in his Kikuyu language in Kenya. So I said, I feel that it was something very, very serious for one of the most famous African writers to refuse to write in English. So I remember Uncle Odia Ofemu wrote an article critiquing that Kikuyu language decision. I think he called it language politics. So the following week I replied and I wrote about the politics of language. Oh my God, seeing my name, my byline on the pages of The Guardian was the best thing that happened to me at the time. So we started writing. Then one day, boom, myself and my former classmate doing my master's program, Kunle Ajibade, you know, that's another story entirely. We wrote an article that exploded. It turned us into instant superstars, you know. And so Onukaba invited me to Lagos to come and look for a job at The Guardian. I was interviewed by Mr. Nduka Irabo, but I didn't get the job. I was so disappointed. So Onukaba noticed that, hey, I was heartbroken. So he asked me, can we go and try Concord newspapers? I said, no. I heard that Abiola is an Islamic fundamentalist. He's a fanatic. You know, that's what helped me in life, that I stopped listening to rumors. Please stop listening to unfounded rumors. There was nothing they did not say about Abiola. If not for joblessness, I would not have taken the job in Concord. Do you know I went to Concord newspapers and met the editor of the African Concord, Mr. Louis Obi. His deputy was the same Bayo Onanuga now, who is working with the Tinubu campaign. The same, they were my bosses at that time, Louis Obi and Bayo Onanuga. And I went there on the spot. I was employed. Senator Babafemi Ojudu was also there. He was one of the first friends I made at that time. I met Richard Bufedamijo also in Lagos around that time. I met Nduka Obaigbena. I met Uncle Sonana Olumese. I met Tuji Ladna. I met Cheyi Oluwafeso, my former schoolmate at Ife. I met Greg Goshot or Bon Goshot. These were superstars. That time to be a journalist, you know, that was during the Dele Giwa era. You can imagine the way, Dele Giwa had just died on October 19, 1986. And here I was about 2 years later, another Dele from Ife. And by the way, Dele Giwa was born at number 2 at Ibaskwa in Ife. I grew up at number 2 at Ibaskwa in Ife, and we never met. So that was how I moved, you know, to Lagos. And so I was working for the African Concord magazine. Then a few months later, I joined African Concord May 1988. By February 89, I got an invitation from my editor that I was being moved to another newspaper called The Weekend Concord. It was brand new, and it was to be edited by my boss for life, Mr. Mike Awuyinfa, and then assisted by the deputy editor, Mr. Dingba Igwe of blessed memory, you know. And I didn't know that the Concord where I didn't want to work, that was where my destiny was waiting for me. That was where I met Dr. Doyin Amidat Abiola, and then eventually met my chairman, Chief Moshood Kashima Wolawale Abiola. And they loved my writing. I soon became a superstar. In fact, within 2 months, we started the paper in March 1989. By May, Mr. Woyifa recommended me for double promotion. I moved straight from staff writer to literary editor. 6 months after, he recommended me again, and I moved from literary editor to news editor. You won't believe it. And as news editor, I became number 3. So we had Mr. Woyifa, Mr. Dingba Igwe, and Dele Momodu. 6 months after, me, Ellen Ezekiel, God bless her soul, who was once married to my good friend Richard Bufedamijo, you know, came to the office at Concord and said, look, Dele, I've been watching you. I think you'll be the best editor for Classic magazine. She offered me a deal I could not resist. I became the highest paid editor. Exactly 2 years of getting to Lagos from Ile-Ife, that errand boy, that village teacher, that library attendant at the university library, became a superstar in Lagos. That was how it happened. And my life has been a roller coaster. So people don't know that when you know God, you fear no foe. No way. You just do your own. My mates are making billions in politics. I have never, because I'm not a politician. They are distributing land in Lagos State. They called me that they have land from me, given to me by Tinubu. I never went there. I didn't bother. I was building my personal brand, you won't believe it, my business brand. Later, Ovation. I will tell you the story of Ovation. But I'm not sure I can do that today. I'm getting tired now. Do you want us to fix a time? Or you want us to continue right now? Let me see your turn, or if you want us to continue. Let's see how many people want us to continue. I don't want you to get bored, so we can break it in parts if you want. We can't be talking about government all the time. God, everything will take care of itself. So, you want it today. You are not afraid of burning your data. Wow. Okay, somebody said we should fix a time. Okay, let's see how many people want it now. H2. All since your money came, you forgot your godfather. Me and you, sorry. That's my guy. Extremely talented guy. Remember how this guy walked up to me and we started doing things together. This guy came to Lagos with nothing. And we got a guy, I remember Banko Lumishuri that day, and Banko said, I will get him a laptop. This guy is a big don right now in America. Oh, I feel like crying. Oh my God. Ola, you are getting me very emotional. Too many talents in Nigeria, wasting away. People don't know. Why? Please, let me quickly. Hello, sir. Hello, editor. How are you? Sir, how are you? I'm live on Instagram and Facebook. Timbashi Toma Queen, Shegbo. Ejo. Oh, no problem. No problem. Eshe. Thank you. Eshe. Eshe, thank you. Thank you. When I remember this guy, he came with nothing but natural talent. He taught himself how to do graphics, how to design. He taught himself how to start making films. Now he's one of the best video producers you will find anywhere. I cry for my country. People are wasting away. Young guys wasting away. Why some people are just there collecting billions for doing nothing. And then we talk, the same young people who should understand that I could easily make the billions. They will be busy abusing us. Sometimes I want to give up. But I say no. Let's do it for those who want us to do it, and leave those who don't want us to do it. Those who want to be voluntary slaves to politicians are welcome. Wow. Ola, why did you show up on this program? I remember you vividly. I'm very sorry. It will take a few minutes for me to calm down. Very, very sorry. My wife used to abuse me that I cry like Dende. But it's good. If you don't have emotion, it means you are a hardened criminal. Every human being must have emotion. You must show it. It doesn't matter. It's nothing to be ashamed of. Yeah, I'm back. Yeah, I will call you. Are you still on the same number? Maybe. Okay, I know the number you are calling. There is a number of mine that has been bastardized. I don't pick it again. Too many people on it. I have. If I show it to you, you will see it now. Yeah, and it's my best number. Yeah, I know. It's my best number. If I show it to you, you will be amazed. Where is it? Hola. This number has been brutalized and bastardized. Okay, can you see it? Can anybody see it? Can you see those numbers? Can you see? There is no way I can ever read all those messages. Can you see it? Can you see it? So if that's the number you've been calling, yeah, I understand why you couldn't get me. But I thought you had my London WhatsApp, so if you can get me on that, that'll be fine. Can you see? It's incredible. It's incredible. So yeah, let's go. Where were we? Too many talents. I have met them. When people come to me for help, if I open all my phones and you see people cry for help, I cry. I cry. I wish I could help you, but I'm helpless. I've never been in government. I don't have access to free money anywhere. People say, just give me anything. I tell them there is no currency called anything. Money is money, even if it's 1 kobo. It's money. I don't have the capacity to help everybody who needs my help. Nobody listens. It's a big burden. It's a big burden. So that's why it's so painful when you see these young people, the same people, the greatest sufferers, are always the worst fanatics to politicians. I can afford to go and work for any politician and make my money, and I will enjoy it, come and oppress you, and you will all hail me. When I buy my new Lamborghini, you will hail me. When I buy this, you will hail me. I'm living a modest life and using my life as an example that you too, you can make it by dint of hard work. But all you see is people coming to, they think everybody who is successful must have stolen Nigeria's money. Meanwhile, you are also waiting to come and steal yours. So those of us who refuse to join government, do you think I don't like money or you like money more than me? So we just have to do something about our country. There must be a minimum ethical code that we can accept. It's nothing personal. I see people defending what is not. I mean, how do you defend some things just because you like one politician and you don't like the other? Just because you are from the same part of Nigeria with one politician? And the one that pains me the most when people start talking about all this ethnicity thing. And I said, no, it's more than our country will never change. All the countries we're running to in America, in Asia, in Europe, some people suffered for those countries to make it. And if you are not ready to make that necessary sacrifice, why are you complaining that I'm willing to make that sacrifice? Chief Abela used to say, no sacrifice is convenient. So, Madam Koyisola, if you are on this platform at all, I'll call you shortly. If you're on this platform, I'll call you shortly. People want to live as voluntary slaves. It's unbelievable. They will give you crumbs and you are jumping up. Sorry, just trying to calm down a bit. Olúwa, Olúwa wa. Wow. 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 You are the Most High. You are the Most High God. Ọba mi tó ń ṣohun tẹ́nìkan ò lè ṣe. I think we have to continue this another time. I'm completely disoriented now. Orúkọ rẹ̀ ti nìyí tó. Ọba mi Ernest. Ọba mi tó ń ṣohun tẹ́nìkan ò lè ṣe. Please get some very hot water for coffee. Orúkọ rẹ̀ ti nìyí tó. Olúwa, Olúwa, Olúwa wa. Orúkọ rẹ̀ ti nìyí tó. Ní gbogbo ayé. Orúkọ rẹ̀ ti nìyí tó. Jehovah ní Oguneye, how are you? You are the Most High. You are the Most High God. No, look, I have passed the stage where I allow anybody to distract my attention. Anybody who doesn't like my personal lifestyle should embrace his own. I've never gone to anybody to say don't support Tinubu. Just like you can't come to me and say don't support Atiku. So there is no fight. But I don't know why anybody will make my business their own business. But I tell you, really, I've passed caring about that. I will not support Tinubu, and I'm not supporting him on this. There is nothing anybody can tell me about that. It's nothing personal. I like him as a person, but our politics, no, we're different. We're not in the same political camp. You think I don't like money? It's easy. Once you join government, I know what is going on in Abuja right now. A lot is happening in Abuja. But I'm not even tempted in the least. You know, some people are tempted right now. They are desperate looking for work in Abuja, and they will do anything and say anything just because they want to get something in Abuja. I don't have anything against them. If they get it, good luck to them. I don't want it, and I don't need it. And I'm saying it publicly. I don't need it. Sorry, it's my, before you think I'm rubbing something to you, it's my Body Shop moisturizer for my lips. I've got to shave tomorrow. My face is beginning to look bushy again. It doesn't take time. Oh my God. You want me to speak about ovation? Maybe we'll do that tomorrow. Don't worry. I promise you the next 1 week, I will make sure I speak to you at least once a day. So be on the watch out, on the lookout for my broadcast. You will love it. It will get better and better. Trust me. Today I got a bit emotional, so that knocked me off. But I'm okay. Oh, the rich also cry. I cry. Oh yes. Anybody knows me, I cry. There's nothing wrong with crying. Any human being who cannot cry is a wicked soul. You must be emotional once in a while. Wow. Wow. This is getting interesting. Oladele Ogunlana, are you still there? I want to send you something. Ọpẹ́lọpẹ́ anointing. Ayé ìbàbàrà wọ̀ mí jẹ́. Ọpẹ́lọpẹ́ Jésù. Ó ṣeun o. Ó ṣeun Jésù, mo mà dúpẹ́ o. Ó ṣeun o. Èmi balẹ̀ ẹgbẹ̀rún àwọn fún yín olùgbàlà, ògo Ọlọ́run ọba mi. Oh, yeah, a lot of my friends are watching. I'm not even aware. Yeah, pele. Wow. At least some people say they are enjoying this session. That's all. I am multitasking. Don't mind me. I will soon end. Okay, please. If you are tired of me, please don't mind me. I know you want to hear my voice, but I'm just multitasking. I'm responding to people, all kinds of inquiries, journalists, friends, concerned citizens. Wonderful. They said one of our ministerial nominees, Balarabe Abbas from Kaduna State, collapsed today at the National Assembly. May God grant him full recovery, okay? He will be fine by the grace of Almighty God. God bless him. It's not easy. I'm sure he must have been under a lot of pressure. And I hear that what they go through Nigerians are too brilliant. Nigerians are just too brilliant. See, instead of people telling our Oga the truth, they are still telling him lies. I'm just reading an article, Forensic Take, why Tinubu forged the certificate part 2 by Miss Pearls. I don't know who is so called. I don't know who is so called. Wow. Yesterday I released part 1. Please, anybody who has the part 1 of the Forensic Take should please send to me urgently. I'm just seeing it for the first time. Yesterday I released part 1 of my Forensic Take on the CSU documents. There are things you can't hide though. The young people of today are too brilliant, especially on the internet. They are too brilliant. I refuse to release this part so as not to jeopardize the deposition or give the Agbado minions expo before the deposition. The reality is critical analysis of the document released points towards the following. Tinubu utilized someone else's identity and transcript to gain admission. The questions as to whether he attended CSU personally or if he paid the proxy to attend on his behalf only to show up at important critical events is a question the upcoming FBI investigation will unveil. However, what is not in question is that notwithstanding the methods they used for attendance, he did not graduate from CSU. Wow. Work with me. An analysis of the documents released and labeled 0017, 0018, 0026, 0027, 0028, 0029, and 0032 by CSU lend credence to the fact that he didn't finish and did not complete the 1979 session. As at 1979, he had 15 total semester hours pending, yet to be completed. It was 21, then later reduced to 15. Exhibit 26 in particular seems to point to some of what was outstanding. It states you have not passed the English qualifying exam and the credits that you have previously earned in composition will not be recorded on your transcript until you have passed the examination. You should enroll in English 222. A passing score on the English qualifying examination has been required prior to admission into any major or professional program for students admitted to the university as of September 1975. The second damning part of Exhibit 26 states, see enclosed to determine a recommended or mandatory mathematics course based upon your test scores and your major. As of September 1979, Mathematics 101 and 104 are prerequisites to each regular 100 level mathematics or computer science course. A passing score on the arithmetic section of the mathematics placement examination or successful completion is a graduation requirement for students admitted to the university as of January 1977. We also do not see any transcript of grades or scores dated 1979. You can understand why he makes all those bala blue, bulala grammatical blunders. Oh, wow, no, I won't read that. Considering the fact that CSU was ordered to tender all they have, we can reasonably conclude it did not meet the requirements for graduation, hence why it was never issued a diploma certificate to begin with. This is why he had to forge a certificate. He never graduated. This is why he never requested a replacement certificate either. You can't replace what you never had. Oh, wow. The real meat of the matter now is how somehow, a replacement certificate was issued by CSU for someone who never met graduation requirements. This is the bone the FBI must thoroughly pick with CSU and all those who were complicit in the scheme. Wow.
can't speculate as to how the Supreme Court is going to rule on this. We have a Supreme Court that's now predictable, that does not respect precedents, that is mysterious in its judgments. So it's not an exercise that I'm prepared to partake in. A Supreme Court that allowed someone who came fourth in an election to be declared a winner. A Supreme Court that says a governorship election in which someone clearly won was invalid because the deputy had a certificate that had different names from where he appears. I mean, those things frankly don't make any sense, but we just look forward to what the Supreme Court says. But and there are arguments, lawyers never agree on anything. Some set of lawyers say new evidence cannot be accepted in court. Other lawyers say, well, no, it can be accepted. But here, this forgery, frankly, it's a very unconventional forgery. And we're going to see, because some is what.
Thank you, Queen, for sending this, Queen. Thank you.
People typically associate forgery with making stuff up that you do not possess, that you do not have. If, for instance, he did not attend Chicago State University and decided to get a certificate indicating that he attended, that's what we understand forgery to mean. But in this case, he did attend Chicago State University. He graduated from there with honors. And the registrar said even the F that appeared in the transcript that he showed was a clerical error because his performance at Southwest College and his performance at Chicago State University are consistent because he graduated with honors in both. And I asked in my intervention yesterday, if someone were to get a diploma or a certificate belonging to someone else and use that as a base to get admission to study the same course, I don't expect them to perform as well in that course as they did in previous classes. So there's some consistency in the performance from both Southwest College and Chicago State University, indicating that it's the same person. And we know that that person is the person we know today as Bola Ahmed Tinubu. But why he did not have the patience to apply and get the certificate he needed to verify and validate his graduation is what I don't know. So what do you call that sort of forgery? It's not a forgery to verify false. It's not a forgery based on false pretenses. It's forgery based on carelessness, overconfidence, and maybe I think the predilection to just do things.
Anyway, ọ̀rọ̀ pọ̀ nínú ìwé kọ́bọ̀. Nobody can justify what is not justifiable because there is plenty happening right now. No forgery can be careless. Every forgery is deliberate. There is nothing careless about any forgery. But I'm not contesting. I made that decision after I saw what Atiku went through. Don't put too much coffee, just a little. Someone is quoting Festus Keyamo. So Festus Keyamo said on national television that Tinubu didn't attend any secondary school or primary school, but wrote GCE from home. But evidence from CSU proved Tinubu said he attended government college in Lagos and graduated in 1970 from a school that was established in 1974. And someone is trying to say that a forgery is careless. That's now I'm getting worried about Nigeria. Please, can I have some milk? I'm really getting worried. That's okay. That's okay. Can you say forgery is careless? Wala today. It's true. Festus said it. Said he's a genius. That geniuses don't have to go to school. You are the most high God. I don't know how anybody can explain that a forgery is careless. I cannot understand it. And looking at everything surrounding that story, from social security numbers, I don't know. I don't know. What is going on? I said it, I'm not a lawyer, but I have common sense. Let's leave it for now. That's the new one. I'll call my friend later, the professor. I will call him. I've never heard that line that somebody forged. And then how can you say you are sure somebody went to school? If you didn't go to the school with the person, you don't have footage of CCTV camera to see who went to school, didn't go to school. The names are all different. Somewhere is Adekunle, somewhere is Ahmed, somewhere is Ejo. Let me get a dig for Nigeria.
Papa told me keep your head up high, even though your body full of.
I can't play the song, go. Instagram will just shut me down. for copyright infringement. So we will continue the story of my life since it seems more and more people are interested in it. We will continue the story. I have so much. I have stories. I have stories. Oh no. I have stories. Tokes, Mr. John Nweze, how are you? Yes, so Tokes, my man. Tokumbo Afikuyomi. It's been very, very, very much with Tinubu. I'm surprised that such a man, Tinubu, will get power and nobody remembers him. It's, too many bad things happen in Nigeria. Too many bad things happen. I thank God, sha. Kemi Ukadike. Kemi Okini, I'm not sure. Some young people, Uzo Chuku Nawube. I'm used to it, I'm used to it. Every day they will abuse, they will. You are interested in my story during the military regime? Yeah, I'll give it. I'll create time in the next 1 week, every day. I'll make sure I come here to meet with you. Why do you want to know my location? I'm in Africa. I'm the son of Africa. 1MK, Abiola, 1MK. Nigerians are just 2 billion. Don't mess with them. Nobody can tell them lies again. All this sophistry, talking sweetness, this is an error, that is an error. Nobody can wish this away now. Why would anybody risk his own certificate for another person? I'm not sure. Careless forgery. Motuboko. Here, bros. You know I love and respect you. Don't do this now.
I know one man, one selfish man. Let me detour a little bit. He
Sorry, I'm having to respond to a lot of official communications. Jesus Women Prayer Movement UK. Yes, madam, how are you? Ẹjọ́ ọlọ́pàá ewu ń ti pè. Gabriel Olawale Adeniji is abusing one man. Say, are you knowledgeable than he is? Your brain has been harvested without your knowledge. Oh, ẹjọ́, ẹ má bínú, ẹjọ́, mo bẹ̀ yín ni. Ṣẹ̀rí here, I'm buying ọjà. Òjò ní wá, a ó bẹ́ni kan ṣọ̀tá o. Ẹni èjì lè jí ń pa. Ó ti dá mi lójú wípé ẹnu bínú wa ní roko síbi á ti jẹ tó bá roko síbi á ti jẹ ní pọnmi síbi á ti mu tó bá pọnmi síbi á mi mu. Why not document my entire story? I'm documenting it. NS. I'm documenting it. Definitely. Definitely. Please, can you find any of my books? My own books. The one that has Dele Momodu on the cover, quickly. It is well. Have I gotten over my fear of dogs? No, Kemi, no way. I can never come down in your house surrounded by dogs. Kilo day. No. Me and dogs were not the best of friends. So. I beg. I don't know, maybe in my earlier life, dogs did something to me. I don't like dogs. David Oshawan, how are you? I love interacting here, but what can I do? I'm just too busy. That's just too busy for one man. So let me go. Okay, let me see if you can get a book so I can show you at least one of the things we've done before. Is it open? Eh? Open it. Thank you. Okay, this is one of my books written by Oimai Godwin Amaize. It's about my first presidential experience in 2011 when I contested on the platform of the National Conscience Party. So you can see the quality. Everything we do at Ovation must have quality. It is titled Fighting Lions, so I was fighting lions with my bare hands. Fighting Lions is a good read, a comprehensive documentation of the Dele Momodu intervention in our current political journey. The author has constructed a fantastic narrative about a significant episode in our country's democratic journey, even if from a personal viewpoint. The material is quite informative, educative, and revelatory, particularly those encounters with certain media workers, potential supporters, and leadership of the Labour Party. It will anger some people who are mentioned or whose identities are appropriated in narrative, but then that is expected in a script of this nature. It is angry in part, but again, that comes with the nature of the material. The author is a participant in the narrative he has constructed. That's by German and Nikolako Oladejo. The author told a gripping story that holds the reader's attention to the very end. Molara Wood. From Nigeria's youngest presidential campaign manager ever, Fighting Lions is the epic tale of an audacious and unconventional presidential campaign, a must read. That's from Raymond Douglas Jr. So, the foreword was written by Chief MQ Abiola's wife, Dr. Mrs. Doyisola Amidat Abiola. Fighting Lions, the compendium of Dele Momodu's unique presidential campaign, brings back memories of another, closer to home, presidential campaign, that of Moshood Kashimawo Abiola's Titanic Hope 93. The major difference is that Dele lives to fight another day, while Kashimawo, the 13th Iron Kakamfo of Yoruba land, who, true to his chieftaincy legend, died in the fray. But history will treat both friends kindly because they dared to fight lions, even in their dens. They will not be classified as those cold and timid souls who neither know victory nor defeat. They fought a good battle with the help of equally unsung campaign teams which gave their all to their respective campaigns. The author of Fighting Lions, also the youngest Nigerian campaign manager at 26 years to date, Oimai Godwin Amaize, epitomizes the essence of Momodu's undying faith in the Nigerian project. Momodu's adherence to the unifying sentiment of a stanza in the Nigerian national anthem, though tribe and tongue may differ, in brotherhood we stand, and believe in a paradigm shift to the youth in political ascendancy were well documented. Dele dared to entrust the soul of his campaign to a friend from another tribe without any fear of betrayal. Ironically, Dele's nemesis came in guise of his friends and professional colleagues. He was derided by them at best as a joker and at worst as an unqualified mere slip of a journalist. Of course, like most uninformed assessment, it is a figment of the derider's imagination. The eyewitness to history, Dele's campaign manager, feels that the time has come to speak out. He did so brilliantly with facts and emotions. On one level, he told a compelling story of political intrigues, betrayal, hope, enthusiasm, and vigor of youthful Team Dele which had a baptism of fire in the real world of partisan politics. In the process, and on another level, it shows what it will take to devolve political power from entrenched rotational political forces in our version of democracy. His narration shows clearly it will not be a tea party and definitely not a job for the faint-hearted. Devolving absolute rotational power from our centralized political system is critical to Nigeria's long-term survival. Oyemai's narration insinuates the total grip on political power by those who run the central system. No matter the opposition, every Nigerian has a duty to rein in the out-of-control federal might. Fighting Lions is an informational handbook to inform you on the political realities of our so-called democracy, to share with your family, friends, and neighbors. An informed citizenry is the best tool we have in the arsenal to defend our republic against the tyranny of the few. Just occasionally, you read something that stops you in your tracks. It startles, it provokes. This is one such book. Dr. Mrs. Doyisola Amidat Abiola. Mama can write. I think she's probably the first Nigerian woman to have a PhD in English. I'm not sure. Let me see. I don't know if it will be in her resume. Okay, let's see. Okay, she's the first Nigerian woman to be an editor of a Nigerian daily newspaper. I think that was Daily Times. Wow. She studied in the University of Ibadan, then New York University. Education. Oh, she earned a degree in English and drama in 1969 from UI. Wow. We used to call her Mama Pepper. Brilliant woman. I love her so much. Dr. Doyisola Amidat Abiola. Wow. I know there was something first about her. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. Okay, so I think we can... Okay. So thank you so much. God bless you all. Let's see if there is any quick question to answer. Someone said, I wish we could talk more on morals. So many things need to change. I will always respect Kemi Adeosun any day. We find it hard to step down. Femi was an Ajebota and Oyibo girl from England, so you can see she understands what decency means. But today, Those who are benefiting from this system today, I don't know what it will take them to ask them to step down. Okay, Agaio said, do you know why Ogadele is? Because you guys collectively fought blindly for democracy and not for the building of strong. What could they have done? Individuals can't do this thing. In Ghana, one man called Jerry Rollins came and he changed the course of their history. We were not that lucky in Nigeria. You know, Nigeria is more structured and divided along ethnic lines. So it's more difficult. It's more difficult. So that's my response. Okay, thank you. When will PDP kick out the Obi or Hitler? I have no idea. Is Reno Omokri a member of PDP? I have no idea. I've never asked him really. But maybe he was under Jonathan, and maybe he still is, because it's very close to Alhaji Atiku Abubakar. So I don't know. I don't know. Is it true that BAT attended Chicago University? I have no idea. The university says he attended, but that was not what Atiku was looking for. What Atiku was looking for was to prove that the certificate is submitted to INEC is fake. And obviously, that is the case. You know, the worst thing that can happen to any man is when you don't own up to your mistakes. When you own up to your mistake, nobody can kill you for it. Nobody. Everybody will, in fact, will applaud and forgive you that. See someone who remembers Kemi Adeosun. And even in Kemi's case, I think there was a court case that he even vindicated her, you know. But despite that, she resigned and left. Man shall not live by power alone. So, I don't know why. I don't know why it's so difficult for... I remember in 1991, I said it, I was the highest paid editor. And I traveled to London, and before I came back, my publisher had promoted me upstairs. From editor, I was made managing editor. And I realized that, hey, politics is coming into this thing. Maybe she didn't know how to remove me completely. So she promoted me into a position that I will not be able to function. I resigned the following day. They took my official car, my official driver, everybody. People were abusing me. How can you lose such a job when you haven't found out another one? I said, don't worry. You know, so when you respect yourself, people will love you. They will respect you. Do you know, within weeks, I got my own car. And how did I get it? From sympathizers. And who was the sympathizer? Kola Abiola must have been 29 years old. He bought me my first car ever. When he heard I didn't have a car, he bought me my car. Sorry, I need to... Hello, Osage. Please, I'm live. I'm live on Instagram now. I will call you. I will call you back. I've had to cancel that thing, but you will still go ahead. So we'll arrange it tonight. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Bye. Yeah. So, caller heard I didn't have a car, and I saw a second-hand car, a Jetta, at the bakery owned by Chief Abiola, then Wonder Loaf. So, and that's another story, how I sold bread. After being the highest paid editor, I had to go and sell bread. And people were laughing at me. One shake boti ton, one shake boti bari. Ṣùgbọ́n náà tó lúwà gbígbà, ó wá jọ ọ̀nà ìyanu ẹ̀wò ẹ̀tún wò. Ọlá ò tán, ọlá kù sẹ́yìn, jaburata. So, that was how I got my car. And my driver, who was taken away from me, now resigned and came to join me. Because I was good to him when he was my official driver. So in life, it's how you handle things. I resigned. I took the risk. There is nothing wrong if you resign. Unless you want to die in power, there is nothing in power to die for. No. No, there is nothing. You don't need that stress. Okay? You know that this thing, No matter how your spin doctors try to spin it, you know that it's all lies. Everybody knows. This thing didn't start yesterday. Those who are now calling it careless mistake or careless forgery. There is nothing you can say, you can't defend it. You cannot defend it. Why are you trying to, make us all look like we're fools, But anyway, I said it, that's the only way, some people can operate in that country. And we all complain that Nigeria is bad. And we're not even ready to make that tiny sacrifice to make Nigeria better. It's a shame. It's a shame. So I think that's where we shall end it tonight. Facebook. Hey, my professor. Is this my own Professor Chidi Amuta? It must be. That's my Ogao. Hey, first class brain. The first time I heard somebody had a first class in English was Professor Chidi Amuta. Wow. I hope he is. Oga, I bow and tremble. I bow and tremble. So, I'll be back. I'll definitely be back. I'll definitely be back. Oh, I should keep spreading my knowledge. Thank you so much. Official Lumide, thank you so much. Oh, Osage, okay, you've joined us now. How are you? So I'll call you straight back so we can plan our movement, okay? Oh, you joined so late. Oh, sorry. I hope you haven't missed much. Thank you. Osage. Why do I hate my brother? How can I hate my brother? I don't hate anybody. But I will not hide behind one finger, that Chief Abela used to say. If my brother has a problem, I don't expect him to continue to defend or deflect the problem. Own up and move on. There is honor, there is dignity in it. That's all. Just own up and move on. I don't know. Well, his advisors are telling him he shouldn't go, he shouldn't do this, he shouldn't do that, because they are benefiting. He's not the one benefiting. Tinubu doesn't need anything again in his life. And he's realized his lifetime ambition. So what else? Oh, thank you, Vicodec. Thank you. Okay. Oh, wow. Instagram keeps increasing. Now I have more people watching on Instagram, and I want to go here, and I don't want to abandon you midstream. Is there anyone on Instagram who would like to engage with me? You want to speak to me? Please indicate with your thumb up, please. If there is anyone who wants me to bring him or her up quickly, we can speak, and you can ask a few questions before I go. Anyone? I don't have anything to say about Tinubu results, because that's not what Atiku Abubakar went to look for. He wasn't looking for results. He just wanted a confirmation that the certificate submitted by Tinubu was forged. That's all. People are trying to mix it up and to confuse you. Don't let anybody confuse you. The only thing needed in court is to prove that certificate submitted by Tinubu was forged. That is the cocoa of the matter. Nothing else. Nothing else. What is Venus' benefits in all this? In defending Tinubu's certificate? I have no idea. Maybe because he already went there and he convinced himself that it was genuine. He may have other motives. I have no idea. I spoke to him just about 3 days or so ago, and he's very adamant that, yes, he's sure. So, you know, sometimes when you've said something, you want to defend it, and he's defending it. This is right. Me, I'm a Democrat, so I don't have anything against Reno defending, but sometimes you just have to look at things more dispassionately and you will see better. Okay, the people who say they want... Okay, some people have sent me requests. Let me see. No, my biography, my memoirs, I will do very, very soon. I'm already working on something. I want my library to be ready in Ibadan. I've been on it for about 4 or 5 years now. So building a library resort in Ibadan where I'll be able to sit there at night, read, work, bring in researchers, bring in scholars from anywhere in the world for us to come and judge and, you know, just do some great things together. So I'm trying to bring you guys in, but I can't see. I don't know why I'm not able to. Let me try two more people. Where is the library in Ibadan? It's a private library, so it's not going to be open to the public. It will be strictly by invitation. Hello? He has left. You love my intellectual capacity. I went to the best school in the world, though. University of Ife, now Obafemi Awolowo University. Greatest Ife. If you have any great Ife people watching, please, let's see you. So those who want, you love my view about democracy. We all have freedom of course. Those who attack me on supporting PDP and Atiku, I tell them, but I've never attacked you on supporting your own candidate. So why would you attack me for supporting mine? So you are just wasting your time because that can't do jack. Do you think Atiku will have an upper hand in the Supreme Court? I have no idea. I'm not a judge. So, but if Nigeria is very serious, the first thing is to tackle the issue of this certificate forgery. Nobody can explain it away. In fact, the more they try to explain it, the angrier I get. Because, I mean, why do we do things to ourselves like that? The law is clear on it, and you've already sacked other people on it. You sacked Salisu Buhari on it. Even that small girl, they almost killed her for forging it. Small girl. And then, I beg. Will Supreme Court accept new evidence from Atiku? There are cases, yes, such cases in the past. And interestingly, one of such cases in 2011 was handled by Chief Odolale Pekun, my great Egbo, and Chief Uche, Atiku's lawyer, Olani Pekun, Tinubu's lawyer. Both of them were on the same side at that time. It's going to be interesting to see how they will now argue against it. I should tell you more about Nigeria in history. Yeah, that will come. Okay, you're a librarian. Are you based in Ibadan or where? You would like to help me set up my library. It's still a long walk ahead. I mean, the buildings are ready. We tested the air conditioning about 2 weeks ago. So, yeah, we're testing things. We have a generator there now, which we are testing, my old generator, but we may need a new generator, so I need money for that. So I have to work very hard to make sure that I can complete it before the end of this year. That is my target. Oh, your daughter loves reading a lot. She's a student of Lead City. I don't know. I don't know. Actually, it's really not it's for researchers. The idea was patterned after Bellagio in Italy, which is owned by the Rockefeller Foundation. And so the idea is I have a building, a 4-bedroom building, up and down. And in that 4-bedroom, it means 4 scholars can stay at a go. So you apply to us as a scholar that you need the place to do your research or to write your book or whatever. So, and everything there will be provided for you free of charge: your feeding, your accommodation, your drinks, your groceries, everything will be provided for you. That's my contribution to, academia. So you could come from University of Ife there, we could give you up to a month, maybe maximum 3 months, because we don't want people to turn it into their permanent home. Who wouldn't want to stay in such a beautiful environment, but we're looking at 1 month maximum. So within that 1 month, whatever you're able to do and achieve, then you can go back to your campus or to your home or wherever you applied from. So that's the whole idea. It's just for us to be able to help people who are trying. Like, imagine during the pandemic, we could have invited virologists from all over Nigeria to come so we could do our own vaccine, come up with something. We have too many bright, brilliant people in Nigeria. I wish I had money. I would start a little Silicon Valley in the southeast. In the Igbos, I always liken the Igbos to their brains, to a combination of the Japanese, the Chinese, the Indians, the Koreans, And there are a lot of our young people just wasting away. You see people doing helicopters, they are doing their own generators. There are there is too much creative energy in the southeast of Nigeria. And the government, instead of pumping money in that direction, they are busy fighting Kanu, fighting this, fighting imaginary enemies, when all of us can come together and say, okay, Kanu, instead of you saying you want Biafra, maybe you want the southeast to be prosperous, you want it to be one of the greatest places on earth. Come and give us a blueprint. And when we see the blueprint, identify the talents in the southeast, and we will provide the funding. You will see that nobody will talk about Biafra, nobody will talk about fighting anybody. But where there are too many jobless people, youths on the streets, so why won't they find something to do and begin to disturb the environment? So, and he had said it before. Let me see if I can find the video. And Amdekano has said it, that if people thought the way Dele Momodu thinks, that definitely nobody will be talking about Biafra. That really touched me. And it's the truth. You have to keep these people busy. Sorry, I have to multitask. I'm enjoying a lot of these things. It is well. I need someone to speak to me. Are people so shy that they don't want to appear? I need someone to engage me constructively. Engineer fucking lady, I don't have any problem with you supporting Tinubu. But to say Atiku should allow Tinubu concentrate, what manner of statement is that? If Atiku says, I have proof that you forged a certificate, why are you trying to muzzle him from pursuing his democratic right? Nobody has told Tinubu not to govern. Has anybody stopped him from running his government? But other people have a right to challenge him. He challenged other people. He challenged Obasanjo when Obasanjo was there. He challenged him vigorously. He challenged Jonathan vigorously. So why can't we challenge him? Yes. I have money, sir. Okay. I thank God. I claim it. Me, I never say no to when people pray for me or give me best wishes. I accept it immediately because you don't know which angel is passing. I already have money. Well, nobody ever has enough. That's why Aliko is still working. That's why Makadenuga is working day and night. He doesn't sleep. The spirit of Africa. They are all working very hard. Tony Elumelu, Abdusamad Rabiu, they all have billions, Herbert Wigwe, they are all big people. I'm sure even Tinubu himself is still looking for more money. So why not? Everybody is looking for more money. Oh, you like my shirt so much. Okay, everybody says that, but I don't know what's supposed to say. Polo shirt, I don't know. Maybe the colors, you like the colors, or what do you like about it? Hello, Osazu? Osazu? No, I'm live on Instagram right now. I'm live on Facebook. I'm live. We'll speak later. Thank you. Okay. Bye. Bye, sir. Yes, sir. I think we must have been on for how long now? This has been long. Mr. Kojo. Excuse me. So nobody wants to talk to me. Nobody wants to talk. Èmi balẹ̀ bẹ̀rù ọ̀hún. Emily Vira, I greet you too, thank you. Ashben, why won't I answer your question? What's your question? If you ask me and I see it, I will answer you. Saj Omeonu, Chief Dele, I greet you, sir. You are doing a great job, sir. Keep up the good work. Thank you so much. I said, people, yeah, you might not need money again and still be looking for money. They are two different things. needing too much money, more money does not mean you don't have money. So people continue to dream. You can buy Volkswagen. I remember when I told you my first car was a Jetta from Kola Abiola. My second car was a Mercedes Benz from Chief MK Abiola. And thereafter I started buying my own cars and I bought all kinds of cars. At a time I felt I needed a Bentley. I bought one in London. You know, so it depends. It all depends. Especially if the money is available. When I started in Lagos, my first salary was 700 naira a month. My first salary in 1988 was 700 naira a month. You know, so you continue to aspire. That's life. The future of Nigeria is for you and I to stand by truth always. Don't say because somebody is your father, somebody is your friend, somebody is something, therefore you tell lies on their behalf. No, don't do that. Because when tomorrow comes, you will look very, very stupid. Yeah, I agree with the EV Africa, IV or EV, I don't know. Yeah, you need to get away with everything. Yeah, it's normal. You know, the thing is that once you are a president, you are a governor, you should know that there are things. Oh yes, who is this? Ashbin. Anybody who knows Atiku does not encourage thuggery, does not encourage legalism, and is fighting for democracy, is fighting. So that's it. Okay. So I think we should go now if there is nobody else who wants to speak to me. If you marry taxi driver, God bless you. If you marry taxi driver, God help you. Sorry, I'm multitasking. You know, I keep saying it. I have to attend to so many messages here and there. Some messages I haven't even read since 5 a.m. Can you believe that? Some since yesterday, some even much earlier. Excuse me. Okay, finally. Now we're down to about 50, 55 people. So let me run. Thank you so much. God bless you and good night. Ernest, yeah, please, you can take it away.